a certain way as well. And there was the conditions. I think we handled the breeze really well in the first half, very controlled, got long attacks when we needed them. Could have been a bit more accurate. Our efficiency wasn't what I'd have liked it to be in the first half. But I thought we just clipped away very nicely, very controlled in many respects, even though the last 4 or 5 minutes then become quite chaotic.
And Kevin, from your point of view, certainly from my point of view, and this is no criticism of Barry Cassidy, the referee, but I was confused a couple of times. Is it confusing being an Inter-County manager, because now there's a 20-second apparent enhancement going to be introduced for the goalkeeper taking kick out?
We got that during the week, and that's one of the problems, is that there's interpretations and clarifications coming on and I understand that, because they're learning on deployment. We all are. I have a lot of sympathy for Barry today. He had a very good game. He made one bad call and he completely remedied it. He had the decency to do that. We're all learning, and it's going to take, nothing that's happening in the new rules is second nature, because it's only three months old. But as we move into the summer, and as we move into next year, when these rules hold, people will become better and better at them. But where we're at, in terms of, I'm satisfied. I've said this, we've had the finest of people in advising us about the rules. We do a lot of work on them. Are we perfect on them? No, we're not, but we're getting there.
As Kevin might say. So in Division 1, Donegal have gone top of the table now on 6 points. Galway have 5, Dublin have 4, Armagh, Kerry, Tyrone and Mayo have 2 each, and Derry have 1. On to Division 2, and the top 2 teams met at Dr. Hyde Park. Roscommon and Monaghan. Reporting is Darren Frell.
It ended here. Roscommon 25 points, Monaghan 2-14, a 5-point win in the end, but the final scoreline a little harsh on Monaghan, who were right in this game until the final few moments. Monaghan played with a strong breeze in the first half and they led by 4. They had goals from David Garland and Michael Bannigan, and they might have had a third, but they had a penalty saved. The Rossies outscored their opponents 6 points to 1 early in the second half, and that would provide them with the platform for this win. The Murta brothers were outstanding. Kieran kicking 4 2-pointers, 2 of those from free kicks, and 4 1-pointers, 2 of them from the dead ball situation. He's kicked 25 points in his opening 3 rounds of the league. Rory Began was outstanding for Monaghan. He produced 4 excellent saves in the first half and was a regular in attack too. But it was Roscommon who edged this top of the table clash. 3 wins from 3, early days, but a county in great form in 2025.
Very impressive start. Let's hear from the Roscommon manager, Davy Burke.
Monaghan was always going to be a seriously tough, competitive battle, and both teams missing a good few senior players as well. So I was just delighted our bench really pushed us on.
Do you think that was the difference between, you said you had that bit of strength and depth on today?
I do. I thought we should have been clear at half time. I think we had 3 or 4 gilt-edged goal chances in the first half. We left behind us, but that's fine. I thought Conor Cox and Ben O'Carroll, different lads, that really pushed us on.
I thought the 2-pointers in particular, you really seem to be making the most of that situation, aren't you?
Yeah, so you hear about what's on us forward, so let's see it now. That's it.
And a final word in terms of your position now, 3 games in, you couldn't be happier, could you?
No, things are grand. Look, we're missing a host of the senior players today, so that was the best thing today, is to get 2 points against your biggest rivals, and yeah.
You're 5 or 6 lads down, I think, by my reckoning. Are any of those serious?
No, I'd say we've probably 8 or 9 down, to be honest with you. No, they'll all be back within the week, within 2 weeks. Before Cavan in the second last round, they'll all be featuring before then.
Sounds promising there from Davy Burke. While a strong finish from Cavan saw them pick up a vital win over Louth. John Kenny reports.
An important win for Cavan, their first win in 3, and the introduction of Conor Madden changed the course of what was a tight game, scoring a 2-pointer and a goal within minutes of him coming on. Playing with the wind, Louth led by 3 at half-time. 2-pointers from Conor Grimes and Kieran Downey, and Andy McDowell gave them a 2-point advantage. Cavan, though, scored a fine goal from Jason McLaughlin in the 15th minute, but they also had a very weak penalty by Darragh Lovett, easily saved by the Louth goalkeeper, Niall MacDonald, who just had to guess right to make an easy save from a poor penalty from Lovett. The game was tight after the break, and by the time the clock reached 62 minutes, Louth led by 1. However, MacDonald then turned from hero to villain, putting a kick out straight to Madden, who simply chipped the ball over his head for their second goal. And a minute later, Louth's world caved in as Gerard McKiernan got their 3rd goal, and Cavan pulled away over the remaining minutes to win by 6 points. Cavan's league campaign now up and running, a very important win for them. They've beaten Louth here. Cavan 3-15, Louth 18 points.
Yeah, big score there from Cavan. Let's get the reaction now from their manager, Raymond Galligan.
We were very disappointed after our first two performances. We knew there was a huge amount of work done in the background over, during the winter months. So I suppose the break came at a good time for us to kind of reflect and work on the areas that we need to improve in. But look, today wasn't pretty, but to score 3-15 and the lads to a man I thought worked really, really hard, which is all you can really ask for on any given day.
Yeah, it always seemed in the game that you were just getting back into it and they'd snap into a lead as well. So the introduction of Conor Madden made a big difference. Your first 2-pointer and then he gets a goal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He made a huge impact. And I suppose that's kind of what we're looking for coming off the benches, is lads kind of step up and take their opportunity. And look, Conor has been moving really well and he gave us exactly what we needed at the right time. But yeah, these are your rules, you're never dead and buried, and 2 points is a very small lead. Yeah, we're always thereabouts.
Of course, you would have played under the old rules as well. What's your impressions?
Yeah, look, there's areas there that I think could do with tweaking, but look, in general, there's a nice flow to it. It's fast. It's difficult at times for some lads to kind of hand back the ball, in different tackles. But look, they are exciting. They're putting up big scores, and yeah, look, we're enjoying them so far.
Sure. I know you've had injury problems, and you obviously had to bring the likes of Clarkson and Madden on as substitutes towards the end of the game to try and get a result here as well. So you still have players to come back. So I think you probably can push on after this. Do you think?
Yeah, look, hopefully we're only taking game by game. We know there's a big result, big opportunity for us to get off the bottom of the table. So we Westmeath next week. Look, Westmeath are moving really, really well. We put up a big performance last night, and so that's not going to be easy.
That's a warning, isn't it? Now it's no gimme.
Absolutely, absolutely, and they had great performances against Louth the first day as well. So look, we're going to just enjoy I suppose the results, but at the same time get back to work tomorrow and make sure that we bring our next best performance next weekend, because that's what's going to take. They're a really good team, Westmeath, and we've loads of improvement. We have a lot of areas to improve on, and we've lads come back for injury, so hopefully we'll be in better stead.
That's Raven Galligan speaking after Cavan's excellent win. The Division 2 table, Roscommon on top, 6 points out of 6. Then Monaghan and Meath and Cork all on 4 points. Louth, Down and Cavan each on 2 points. And Westmeath, very unlucky, no points, but it's a very tight division. Before we take a quick break, let's go back to that big game in London. It's Spurs against Manchester United. Here's Ryan Bromelow.
Spurs 1, Manchester United 0, and just like the first half, Man United have failed their way into the second. From nowhere, Alejandro Garnacho was slipped through on the angle. His effort was partially saved. It fell back to Garnacho, but he couldn't tee up a teammates in red. It's hard to believe that they're not level in this game, Des. United have given up the chances to respond. Their only option on the bench, other than Victor Lindelof, is youth. 8 of the 9 players that Ruben Amorim has as substitutes are under the age of 19. Spurs 1, Man United 0.
Sunday Sport on RTE Radio 1. RTE Radio 1.
Jeff Wayne's The War of the Worlds returns to Dublin with the Spirit of Man Tour, featuring Liam Neeson in 3D holography. 3 Arena Dublin, March 30th, 2025. Tickets available now.
Music updates on RTE Radio 1.
Colour Trend Paint is bursting with colour and with pride as the first Irish paint company to become a certified B Corporation. An Irish family business rooted in community for over 70 years. Colour Trend Paints is now part of a global movement committed to sustainability, transparency and accountability. Put simply, our paint has purpose. Follow our journey at colourtrend.ie/sustainability. Colour Trend, infinite colour from Ireland.
With up to 30% off selected bedroom storage at IKEA. Lee bought a bedside table to store all the bits for their new knitting knack. So when it's more knot than knitwear, they can put it all in one place. Visit IKEA for all your bedroom storage needs. IKEA.